Hello guys, it's me, Arian, and today I'm going to be doing a new what if called What If Deku Was Bendy? Well, what if Deku was Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine? And the audio might not be as good in this video because I don't have my headphones. I went to my mom's house and now I don't have my headphones because I forgot them in my dad's house, and now I have to wait until maybe tomorrow to get them. So next video we'll probably have enough. Also, you probably were looking forward to What If Deku Was Geno-san's Part 2, but sorry about that. But maybe we'll be uploading that tomorrow. And I have another what if planned that is not My Hero Academia themed, so we have something something exciting to look forward to. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise. But anyways, getting into the story. Izuku is born to his parents, Inko and Hisashi. And Izuku, or Deku, I'm just going to call him Izuku because he doesn't have the nickname Deku because he has a quirk that, makes him bendy. Basically, it's a combination between, his quirk is a combination between both of his parents' quirks. His dad's quirk is, basically makes him have demon horns and allows him to do other demon-like things like breathe fire, maybe summon like demon wings and other kind of stuff that demons do. I can't really list all of them because I can't really remember all of that much. And his mom, Izuku's mom's quirk, Inko's quirk is basically ink manipulation, where she can produce ink basically can produce ink out of her body, which she can then control and then transform it to any way, shape, or form she would like. She can also make her bones elastic with ink, and so she can basically give herself elastic limbs. And also, Hisashi has a demon tail. And so both of their quirks combined makes Izuku, or the Ink Demon. And basically, Izuku just looks like Bendy in this picture with the floating head as well. He basically looks like Bendy. Well, except without the drooping ink. He just has his normal Pac-Man eyes with the big smile. Yeah, that stuff is not drooping. His hands are not drooping though. He's just looking like normal Bendy. Baby Bendy, tiny Bendy. And when Izuku had a normal childhood, well, kind of, because he had a mutation quirk. His quirk wouldn't activate, he had three kind of quirks, I guess you would say. Well, 3 kind of different forms to his quirk, but he was only able to activate one of them once he was 4, because that's when his quirk actually started kicking in. The mutation thing was only just a small asset to being to his quirk. So when Izuku was 4, when someone was bullying him for looking so weird and looking like a demon, then this caused Izuku to snap, and literally ink drooping from his face started to cover his eyes, and then Izuku used one of his part of his father's quirk, his fire breath to be exact, and basically caused a pretty small fire, but it's still, fire. And this basically was breathing fire all around the place. And then that kid who was bullying him ran away. And then Deku comes back to his senses, and then puts all the fire back in his mouth. Like he can retract the fire back into his mouth, and then he calms down, turns back into his original state. And then when he goes home, he tells his mom what happened, and they rush over to the Quirk doctor, and then they do some testing on his Quirk to see how it works and what happens. And when they do get the results, the doctor says that your son seems to have a very advanced Quirk. There's about 2 stages of it, or 2 different forms of it. Your child has 2 different. Is kind of has a hybrid Quirk. One half being his normal state, which has most of your powers and a little bit of his father's powers. With the elastic bones, the demon tail, and also being able to summon not the fully demonic wings, but like little inky kind of. It's basically like wings just completely made out of ink. They don't really look like wings. Do you know, like kind of like Lapis from Steven Universe, how she summons like the water wings, that kind of thing. It kind of looks like that, except it's ink. But anyways, also by the way, the comments were turned off because it says that I'm not I'm a minor YouTuber. So if you want to see comments, then I'm gonna have to be a bit more popular. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, share it to your friends, see what they think, and yeah. Because I really enjoy making these what ifs. It's really fun. But anyways, back to the story. And then the second form is basically his beast bendy form, and I'll put a picture up on screen. Sorry about it. Yeah, this is what Izuku looks like when he gets super duper ultra mad. The ink dripping we saw on his face before was just maybe 50% of his power when he's angry. And yeah, Izuku, when he gets really angry, turns into this, although he's not as big as while he's like a 4-year-old, he's not as big as the actual Beast Bendy we see at the end of chapter 5 of the game. I'm assuming everyone knows the Bendy, the ending of Bendy and the Ink Machine by now. It's been a long time. Oh dang it, when is Bendy and the Dark Revival coming out? Or has it come out? I'm completely missing out on the Bendy news lately. And it's not even as popular as it was before. It was really popular in 2017, but anyways, back to the story. Deku, yeah, when he gets angry, he turns into this, and basically has all the powers of his father, with a bit of Inko's powers, meaning the ink manipulation, but it doesn't have the elastic bones. Instead, has tentacles, and this is still the same with every other demonic form that Deku uses. He always has the ink manipulation tentacles, like his 50% form. Although when he was using it on the kid, he didn't use it because he didn't even know what was going on. Because basically when he turns into demonic form, he turns into basically a heartless beast, and he doesn't really have any control over what he's doing. So basically, yeah, he has to go to anger management classes every day to control his Quirk. well, he doesn't got anger management, but that was just a joke. But still, yeah. If he gets really mad, this is what will happen. So, you don't want to have a bad time, do you? Do you? Do you want to have a bad time at this thing? Really? You want to make this kid mad and make him turn into this thing? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, so yeah, that happened. He can summon like the fully demonic wings, like full demon wings. Same goes for the other demonic forms. He has the full demon wings. Most of and Beast Bendy has like the most the 100% Beast Bendy that has the most vicious flames. Well, at least for now, I think has really vicious flames, and yeah. It's basically kind of like when Todoroki uses Quirk at first, when he uses the ice and the fire at the same time, creating like a giant fire meteor thing. It's basically the same it basically has that much power. And he doesn't get burned from it or anything, so this makes him very OP, but like, anyways, as I said, it turns him into Heartwood's Beast and he could end up killing thousands of people. But also, this is not going to be a villain Deku AU. This is going to be hero Deku AU. But anyways, after that, they go home. Deku seems really happy with his new quirk and trying out his elastic hand thing, and takes up gymnastics when he's maybe 7. And he starts doing that so he can get a better grip on his elastic powers to make better use of them. Because he wants to be a hero. And he can because he has a really good quirk. So yeah. Deku is respected by Bakugo like in all the other AUs I've done so far, because he has a really powerful quirk. How many times have I said that in Deku AUs? Like in all my different what ifs. Jesus. Anyways. Yeah. This is like my best idea for what if Deku had like bendy powers without making him like do the spiritual bendy thing that comes to life and grants him his powers. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not doing that. I just did the quirk thing because I thought it was maybe a cool gimmick to have that. And make him like go through a character arc of trying to get over his, beast bendy form, and yeah. I'm trying to control it and contain it. So over the years, Deku becomes a professional gymnast. Well, not professional, but he's really good at gymnastics. And yeah. Now Izuku is in the last... We skipped to when Izuku is at middle school. Like again, I don't remember the exact ages, but anyways, I think maybe like 14 or 15, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe 13, just whatever. It's about the last period. Basically, the last period teacher walks in with a bunch of papers. And then well, yeah, he's saying, okay, so did we fill out all of these papers? And then he basically just throws them all into the air. But anyways, this is garbage. I know you all want to be heroes, correct? And everyone in the class starts cheering, and Deku starts cheering as well. Although he doesn't use quirk. He doesn't use quirk at all. Because, it's strictly prohibited, and he's still a good boy. Still a good ink demon. Oh yeah, I'll switch the picture so you won't be horrified by this. But anyways, Deku, what was it? Oh yeah. So basically, that whole thing ends. Sawakago doesn't bully him, doesn't throw his journal out, because he still calls him a nerd. Because, he takes notes on heroes. He still does that jazz, but, yeah. And he's also, like, really into cartoons as well. Because, it's bendy, that stuff. He's really into cartoons. So, Deku is going home, and he takes a shortcut home to like in an underpass. I don't know what it is really, like under a bridge or something. When he's basically walking when he hears this sewer drain open. He hears a sewer drain open. Then he turns around to see the Sludge villain. And Deku's like, so I'm not the only one on this planet who has sludge powers, huh? Or like liquid powers, huh? Well, anyways, actually, he doesn't say that, but I don't know. I just thought I'd throw that in there, but anyways, Deku's kind of, afraid, but he gets over his fear. And when the sludge villain's about to jump right at him, Deku just jumps onto, basically just extends his legs and crouch down. So, and then he jumps because of his extended legs, giving him the boosted momentum to get higher up in the air or whatever. I don't know. He just, the boosted legs, it gives him more height there. Then he would land on the roof. He would basically be upside down on the roof, and then he would use his fire breath to basically blow he would blow the sludge villain around with his fire breath. And he's basically producing ink from his boots, like sticky ink, to keep him on the roof. Then he's basically blowing the sludge villain around with his fire breath, so it can't regenerate fast enough to take over him. And then All Might arise and see Zuko stuck on the roof and the sludge villain blowing all around the place. Deku gets down, landing on his feet because he's a pro. He's a champ. And All Might says, "Good work, young," and Azuku says, "My name is Azuku Midoriya." And Alma says, "Well done, Azuku Midoriya. With that quirk, I think you would be a very good hero someday." And Azuku says, "Thanks. I actually applying for the UA entrance exam." And yeah, All Might leaves, delivering the sludge villain to the police station. And Deku goes home, still kind of amazed that he actually met All Might in person. And when he goes home, his parents ask that they were worried sick about him and why he was late. And Zuko just says, "No, don't worry. There was a bunch of people lining up in one of the stores, and I had to wait a long time because, well, if they said he had gotten in a fight with the sludge, he was being attacked by a sludge, and then his parents would worry about him a lot. But anyways, he just says that there's a big row for a shop that was on the way to home, and basically his parents believe this, and Deku just has I don't know, whatever he has, just whatever he just has like a meal or something, and then he goes to bed. waking up but before he does wake up the next day, he has this weird dream of ink. Basically ink drip all across his body, dripping on dripping. Basically, like his body's being like he's made out of ink and is dripping all across the floor on an empty void, and until Deku is only like half of his body is melted on the floor, and then Deku wakes up and realizes that it's a dream, and then he realizes that it's midnight, so he just goes back to bed. But first he gets a cup of water because, he was kind of thirsty. But anyways, that's where I'm going to leave this what if off today. This is basically like an origin story into Deku's what if Deku was bendy. But I hope you really enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'll see you guys next time.